Mr. Speaker, no investment yields greater return than an investment in human life. For this reason, the government of Sindh has consistently prioritized healthcare as a fundamental pillar of its development agenda, with the objective of ensuring that every citizen has access to quality healthcare services regardless of income or place of residence. I am pleased to report that substantial progress has been achieved across the healthcare sector during financial year 2025-26. Sindh today hosts some of the finest public healthcare institutions in Pakistan, serving only not the people of Sindh, but patients from across the country, or should I say, patients from across the world. The National Institute of Cardiovascular Disease continues to expand access to specialized cardiac care. During the current year, the new outpatient complex inaugurated by Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari on 5th December 2025 became operational with an investment of approximately rupees 1.2 billion and is currently serving 46,230 patients every month while conducting nearly 40,500 diagnostics tests monthly. Construction of a 100-bed emergency block, a 300-capacity conference hall, and dedicated clinical trial unit has also commenced, further strengthening NICVD's position as one of the world's largest publicly funded cardiac healthcare system. Similarly, the Sindh Institute of Cardiovascular Disease continued to perform free and life-saving treatments throughout its network of 10 cardiac hospitals and 30 chest pain units across Sindh. During financial year 2025-26, SICVD provided treatment to more than 3.44 million patients at an expenditure of approximately rupees 13.3 billion. The network performed 15,927 emergency angioplasties, 12,757 cardiac catheterization procedures, 1,914 open heart surgeries, and more than 1.49 million diagnostic procedures. The chest pain unit network alone treated almost 433,000 patients, including 9,610 emergency heart attack cases, ensuring timely intervention and thus saving thousands of lives. To further expand access, new chest pain units were established at Sangar and Dadu, while advanced cardiac intervention facilities were introduced at Sakkar, Hyderabad, and Tando Muhammad Khan. Sir, I will now move to the Sindh Institute of Urology and Transplantation. Sir, a major milestone was achieved through operationalization of 250-bed SIUT's Children's Hospital, which is now approximately 80% operational and has already provided more than 53,000 consultations. The government provided rupees 1 billion for this facility, which is expected to become fully operational during financial year 2026-27. At SIUT Sakkar, more than 57,000 OPD consultations, 53,000 dialysis sessions, 28,000 surgeries, and over 1.4 million laboratory tests were conducted during the year. Likewise, the Jinnah Postgraduate Medical Center continued to strengthen its position as one of Pakistan's largest tertiary care hospitals. During the current financial year, JPMC provided healthcare services to approximately 2.58 million patients, including 617,436 emergency cases, while performing 38,487 major surgeries. The institution also remained a national leader in cancer treatment, managing more than 51,000 oncology patients, conducting 31,189 radiotherapy sessions and 16,915 chemotherapy sessions. Significant progress was achieved on landmark 550-bed medical tower being developed under the Government of Sindh and Patient Aid Foundation partnership. Through this successful collaboration, JPMC's capacity has increased from 1,100 beds in 2011 to 2,208 beds today. Investing in children's health. Honorable Speaker, the government continued major investments in child and maternal health care throughout Sindh Institute of child health and neonatology. The SICHN network expanded from 790 beds to more than 1120 beds and now provides specialized healthcare service across 12 districts of Sindh. More than 1.2 million patients receive treatment through the SICHN facility. So the Peer Abdul Qadir Shah Jilani Institute of Medical Sciences, Gambhat, continued to serve as Pakistan's premier public sector transplant institution. Between July 25 and May 26, Gambhat Institute provided healthcare services to approximately 2.97 million patients and successfully performed 174 liver transplants, 16 kidney transplants, 29 bone marrow transplants, and 209 cardiac surgeries. The government also continued to strengthen emergency response systems across Sindh. During the current financial year, the Sindh Integrated Emergency and Health Service expanded its fleet by 110 new ambulances, increasing the total fleet to 545 ambulances operating across the province. Honorable Speaker, sir, I now turn to another critical investment in the future of our province, strengthening education and building human capital that will drive Sindh's growth in decades ahead. Honorable Speaker, no nation can achieve lasting prosperity without investing in its people and in its youth. Education remains the most powerful instrument for social mobility, economic growth, and human development. Last year, we committed to strengthening the education sector through teachers' recruitment, restoration of schools, expansion of early childhood education, support of out-of-school children, decentralization of school finances, and greater access to higher education opportunities. One of the largest merit-based recruitment drives in Sindh history was successfully undertaking, and we recruited an additional 5,530 teachers, an additional 5,530 teachers. Recruitment is underway. The government completed 1,312 new schools during this year. Reconstruction of flood-affected schools also continued, with 606 schools rehabilitated and reconstructed, while work is in progress on another 1,860 schools. Recognizing the importance of early learning, 1,336 early childhood education classrooms were established and strengthened, benefiting more than 40,000 children. In addition, 752 teachers received specialized training and 584 early childhood teachers were recruited. I'll just skip a few pages here due to shortage of time, and I'll go to law and order. Peace and security are indispensable for economic growth, social stability, and public confidence. Recognizing this, the government of Sindh continued to invest in modern policing, counter-terrorism capabilities, and public safety initiatives to ensure a secure environment for citizens and businesses alike. A major milestone during financial year 2025-26 was the expansion of technology-driven policing and road safety initiatives. The introduction of AI-based faceless e-ticketing system, together with expansion of the Safe City program, transformed traffic enforcement and strengthening road safety across the province. More than 1.07 million electronic tickets were issued through transparent and technology-based enforcement mechanism. Adopting a citizen-friendly approach, the government waived penalties for the first-time traffic violators to encourage compliance through awareness rather than punishment. To further strengthen the surveillance and public safety, 1,325 smart cameras equipped with facial recognition and automatic number plate recognition technologies were installed at strategic locations. So in addition, 1,487 assistant sub-inspectors were recruited. Recruitment of 2,000 investigation officers was approved, and modernization work commenced on 40 model police stations across the province. So one of the most important achievements of the year was restoration of peace and security in the Kacha areas of northern Sindh through targeted anti-dacoit operations in Shikarpur, Kashmir, and Gotki, supported by an allocation of Rs 872 million. Law enforcement agencies conducted 141 encounters, eliminated 48 hardened criminals, made 140 arrests, and secured 475 voluntary surrenders. Most importantly, approximately 115,000 acres of Kacha territory was cleared from criminal influence, restoring confidence among local communities and strengthening the writ of the state. Sir, I now turn to another important commitment of this government, that is empowering persons with disabilities, promoting inclusion, and ensuring that no citizen is left behind in journey towards progress and power and prosperity. During the current financial year, significant progress was achieved in expanding rehabilitation services, strengthening inclusive education, and improving accessibility across the province. Today, the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities operates 67 special educations and rehabilitation schools, 10 centers for autism rehabilitation and training, and works in partnership with 140 organizations supporting persons with disabilities. More than 1,000 teachers from 300 schools received specialized training under Inclusive Education Program, while a broader initiative has been launched to train 5,000 teachers in inclusive education methodologies. The government also expanded rehabilitation infrastructure. New CARTS facilities at Tando Muhammad Khan and Korangi have been completed, while the Sakhar Mega Complex and centers in Mirpur Khas, Karachi Central, and DHA Karachi are progressing. The Sindh Institute of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Ladkhana, has achieved approximately 90% completion, while a similar facility is being developed in Sakkar. Rehabilitation facilities are also being expanded in Karachi, Badin, Shahadpur, Jacobabad, Moro, Daud, and Mithi. To improve accessibility and opportunity, 42 digital classrooms were established for deaf students. Pakistan's largest vocational training facility for persons with disabilities was established at Korangi, and assisted devices worth rupees 800 million were distributed across Sindh. Honorable Speaker, sir, I now turn to another area where government has delivered tangible results for citizens across the province, modernizing public transport, improving mobility, and advancing sustainable transportation solutions. An efficient, affordable, and accessible transport system is essential for economic growth, social inclusion, and urban productivity. The People's Bus Service continued its successful expansion, with operational fleet reaching 290 buses and services extended to Khairpur, Shikarpur, Tando Alayar, and Hyderabad. Today, the service carries approximately 125,000 passengers daily and has served more than 1 million passengers since its launch. To improve mobility for women, the Pink Bus Service, Pakistan's first women-exclusive public transport initiative, continued to expand. The government also accelerated the transition towards green mobility. During the year, 34 electric buses became operational, while an additional 100 electric buses are being inducted into the transport network. Furthermore, procurement of the first 500 electric buses under the broader 1,000 EV bus program is being undertaken through a public-private partnership framework, making it one of the largest green transport initiatives in Pakistan. To further strengthen Karachi's transport network, the government has approved procurement of 50 modern double-decker buses at a cost of approximately rupees 4.8 billion, out of which 25 double-decker buses will be on the road in the next 3 months. The new fleet is expected to serve more than 30,000 passengers daily and will significantly enhance public transport capacity in the city. Sir, I now turn to another important pillar of our development strategy: leveraging public-private partnerships to accelerate infrastructure development, attract investment, and create new opportunities for economic growth. The government of Sindh has successfully positioned public-private partnership as a key instrument for infrastructure development. Today, Sindh possesses the largest public-private partnership portfolio in Pakistan, valued at approximately rupees 877 billion, with projects worth rupees 190 billion under construction and a further 365 billion under procurement and investment. These projects span transportation, water supply, renewable energy, urban infrastructure, and environmental sustainability. A flagship project under this framework is the Ghotki Kantkot Bridge, the largest bank-to-bank or longest bank-to-bank bridge across River Indus in Pakistan, spanning approximately 12.2 kilometers. The project will transform connectivity in northern Sindh. The government also launched the carbon emission reduction through forestation project covering approximately 35,000 hectares of riverine forest in Jamshoro and Matiari district. The project will sustain climate resilience, support carbon sequestration, enhance biodiversity, and create livelihood opportunities for local people. Sir, I now turn to water security, sanitation, and public health infrastructure. Access to clean drinking water, sanitation, and reliable public health infrastructure remains essential for public health, economic well-being, and sustainable development. During the current financial year, the government continued to invest significantly in water supply, sanitation, and drainage infrastructure across Sindh. Out of 167 targeted water supply and drainage schemes, 147 schemes have been completed, while work on 146 additional schemes is progressing and is expected to be completed during the next financial year. Major achievements include the completion of ultraviolet filtration water supply project at Rattodero and significant progress on the Shahadatkot water supply and drainage project, improving access to safe drinking water and sanitation service for local communities. The government is also implementing 578 water supply and sanitation schemes with an investment of approximately rupees 45.56 billion alongside 67 rural development schemes worth rupees 5.10 billion. Sir, I now turn to the area that will determine the future competitiveness of our province, empowering our youth through technology, innovation, and digital skill. Recognizing that future economy will increasingly be driven by technology, innovation, and knowledge, the government of Sindh has made significant investments in digital transformation, technology education, and skill development. During 2025-26, substantial progress was achieved through successful implementation of People's Information Technology Program Phase 2, one of the largest digital skill initiatives in Sindh. Sir, I'll just skip the details. They're here, and this document is part of the record of the assemblies. And I'll just, due to shortage of time, I'll just move on to two important nation-building sectors, the works and services and irrigation. In works and services, approximately rupees 146 billion has been released for the projects, including 10.94 billion for maintenance and rehabilitation. 341 schemes have been completed. 2,936 kilometer roads has been either new roads have been built or rehabilitated, almost 3,000 kilometers in the year. On the irrigation side, rupees 96 billion were released, and important achievements in the irrigation because we were particularly concerned about floods. So we focused on the floods, and as a result, the Karo-Ghungro outfall drain system has achieved 69% physical progress. Soni-Dhoro restoration project is almost complete. The Khairpur drainage network, restoring drainage services to approximately 142,000 acres affected by the 2022 floods, is almost complete. The Ranara Canal head reach lining has been completed. Shadiwa small canal lining has been completed. Bulleri distributary lining is almost complete. Rajwa lining is almost complete. Bahadurwa lining is almost complete. Ganjbar lining is almost complete. Gaja Guni branch drain and Hajipur pumping stations have been physically completed substantially. And the K4 support project, the KB feeder lining, has achieved 78% physical progress, and inshallah will be completed in the next financial year. So now I turn to the budget strategies and priorities for financial year 2026-27. The budget for financial year 2026-27 reflects a commitment to fiscal responsibility, economic stability, and continued investment in the welfare of our people. The total budget outlay for the coming financial year is rupees 3.562 trillion, comprising current expenditure of 2.560 trillion, a development portfolio of rupees 720.39 billion, and capital expenditure of rupees 281.7 billion. Despite significant fiscal constraints and additional national obligations, we have protected allocations for education, healthcare, irrigation, public safety, local government services, and social protection. The budget has been formulated on the principles of fiscal prudence, protection of human development, infrastructure investment, and support for vulnerable sections of the society through a balanced combination of expenditure rationalization, improved resource mobilization, and targeted investments. This budget seeks to sustain economic growth, strengthen public services, enhance climate resilience, and create opportunities for future generations across Sindh. The budget has been prepared on a balanced strategy founded on 4 principles: safeguarding Sindh's constitutional rights, maintaining fiscal sustainability, contributing to national stability, and continuing investment in the welfare of our people. Honorable Speaker, Sindh responded positively to federal government's request for cooperation towards national strategic requirements. However, from the outset, we made it clear that any support must remain fully consistent with the Constitution, protect Sindh's rights under the NFC award, and not compromise province's development priorities, fiscal sustainability, or public service delivery obligations. Following extensive negotiations, the Government of Sindh secured a comprehensive framework of constitutional and financial safeguards through an arrangement with the federal government. The most important safeguard is the full protection of Sindh's constitutional entitlement under the 7th NFC award. This arrangement explicitly secures fiscal protection mechanism through a guaranteed federal revenue assignment base of rupees 3.35 trillion. Even if federal revenues fall below this threshold, Sindh's protected share will remain insulated from such shortfalls, ensuring stability and predictability in province's finances. At the same time, any revenues collected above the projected federal revenue assignment of rupees 15.264 trillion will continue to be distributed under the NFC formula, ensuring that Sindh retains its full constitutional share in future revenue growth. Honorable Speaker, the constitutional basis for this support is rooted in Article 164 of the Constitution, which empowers the Provincial Assembly to make grants in respect of matters beyond its legislative competence. This arrangement reflects the spirit of cooperative federalism. Fulfilling these national responsibilities has not been without a cost. To accommodate this contribution while maintaining fiscal stability, the government has reduced its provincial ADB size from the projected rupees 575 billion to rupees 400 billion. Nevertheless, we have protected priority projects and essential public services that directly affect the lives of our citizens. Our objective is not merely to spend more, but to spend better. This budget therefore reflects a careful balance between national responsibility and provincial rights, between fiscal development discipline and development ambition, and between present challenges and future opportunities. So I'll just briefly tell you our investments in various sectors. In the education sector, that remains at the heart of the government's development strategy. We are allocating rupees 601 billion for education. For health and population sector, the total allocation is rupees 402 billion. This would enable, and so we have ring-fenced funding to our flagship healthcare institutions, including NICVD, SICVD, SIUT, SICHN, JPMC and Government Institute, which collectively provide free and life-saving healthcare services to millions of patients annually. We've also ensured that our partnership with Indus Hospital Network, Child Life Foundation and Patient Aid Foundation remains insulated from fiscal pressures so that uninterrupted healthcare services continue to be available to the citizens of this province. So in the transport and communication sector, we have allocated 185 billion rupees. These investments will support expansion of public transport system, road infrastructure, bridges, and strategic connectivity projects across Sindh. Our objective is to improve mobility, reduce travel time, facilitate trade, and provide safe, affordable, and efficient transportation system to people of Sindh. Sir, in the irrigation sector, an investment of rupees 103 billion has been provided. The government will continue investing in canals, drainage systems, barrages, flood protection works, and climate resilient water structure. In sanitation and public health engineering sector, an allocation of rupees 49 billion has been earmarked, and this will enable us to ensure that drainage infrastructure and public health engineering projects improve living conditions and public health outcomes, particularly in the underserved urban and rural areas. Sir, for local government and service delivery sector, we are allocating rupees 347.6 billion. And these resources will support municipal infrastructure, urban development, solid waste management, community services, and improvement in local service delivery across Sindh. For law and order, to maintain peace and security, an amount of 222 billion rupees is being allocated. These resources will strengthen policing, public safety, counterterrorism capabilities, safe city initiatives, and modern law enforcement infrastructure to ensure the protection of lives and property across the province. An amount of rupees 72.8 billion has been allocated for the agriculture, livestock, and fisheries sector, which remain a priority for us. For energy, climate, and environmental sector, rupees 84 billion has been earmarked. For minorities and women development sector, rupees 3.5 billion has been provided, and these allocations have been ring-fenced and protected from expenditure rationalization measures. The government remains committed to empowering women, promoting gender equality, supporting economic participation, and ensuring that minority communities continue to receive the support and opportunities they deserve as equal citizens of Pakistan. For persons with disabilities, an investment of rupees 22.8 billion is earmarked. Despite physical challenges, funding for disability-related programs has been fully protected. The government will continue investing in rehabilitation services. For the social protection sector, an amount of rupees 26.4 billion has been earmarked. Honorable Speaker, the budget 2026-27 is therefore not merely a program of expenditures. It is carefully prioritized investment strategy designed to protect human development, strengthen infrastructure, improve connectivity, enhance water security, promote economic growth, and create opportunities for future generations. Every rupee has been directed towards projects that deliver the highest social and economic return for the people of Sindh. Honorable Speaker, sir, having outlined our strategy for the year ahead, I now turn to a series of transformational initiatives that will shape the next phase of Sindh's development and create new opportunities for investment, employment, and prosperity. And so I would like to mention that these initiatives were done under the guidance of Chairman Pakistan People's Party, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari. And when I talk about them, you will know where we are going to. From our normal day-to-day development work, we are now thinking big, and we are thinking international, and I'll come to that now. Sir, our previous achievements in public-private partnership provide a strong foundation for the future. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new phase of development, one that seeks not only to address current challenges, but also to unlock the immense economic potential of Sindh. Every generation is presented with a defining opportunity that shapes its economic destiny for decades to come. And I believe, sir, that moment for the province of Sindh is now. The government of Sindh believes that the time has come not merely to build projects, but to lay foundations of a new economic future. The initiatives that I am about to announce are therefore not conventional development schemes. They are long-term strategic investments designed to transform Sindh into a globally connected hub of trade, finance, technology, energy, and sustainable growth. So the government of Sindh, through its pioneering public-private partnership framework, established one of the most dynamic and successful PPP portfolios in the region, spanning critical sectors for the economy and infrastructure. Through sustained commitment to innovation, transparency, and private sector participation, Sindh has emerged as a leading PPP jurisdiction, earning both national and international recognition. The global standing of Sindh's public-private partnership program is reflected in recognition by the 10th United Nations Economic Commission for Europe for PPP forums, which published case studies on 4 PPP projects undertaken by the government of Sindh. During the year, the internationally renowned publication, The Asset, conferred the prestigious PPP Deal of the Year award on the Sindh Riverine Forestation Project, further demonstrating the quality, innovation, and global relevance of Sindh's PPP initiative. Earlier, The Economist ranked Sindh's PPP project the 6th best PPP program in Asia, a distinction that continues to underscore the province's leadership in innovative infrastructure financing and public delivery. The Sindh's public-private partnership program has been acknowledged by the Federal Finance Minister as a trailblazer in PPP development and received appreciation from the Prime Minister of Pakistan. The success of Sindh's PPP framework has received recognition at both national and international level. Most recently, during the National Economic Council meeting held on the 10th of June 2026, the achievements of the Government of Sindh's PPP unit were formally appreciated by the National Economic Council, and the Government of Sindh was requested to share its experience and provide guidance to other provinces to accelerate implementation of PPP projects across Pakistan. This recognition reflects Sindh's leadership in infrastructure development, innovative financing, and efficient project delivery. Mr. Speaker, sir, building on this strong foundation, the Government of Sindh is now embarking upon the next phase of PPP's journey. The focus is no longer merely on expanding the portfolio. Our focus is now on undertaking transformational and strategically significant projects that will redefine Sindh's economic landscape, accelerated growth, strength, competitiveness, and create a more enabling environment for investment, business, and sustainable development. The initiatives that I'm about to announce represent this new generation of PPP projects. They are designed not only to address present-day infrastructure needs, but to position Sindh as a leading center of trade, finance, technology, energy, and innovation for decades to come. Sindh has always led from the front. It was the vision of Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto that led to the establishment of Port Qasim, which today handles nearly 40% of Pakistan's maritime trade. Most recently, Sindh became the first province to develop an airport through its own resources in the Thar region. These achievements demonstrate that when Sindh combines vision with determination, transformational changes become possible. Building upon this legacy, the government is embarking upon the next phase of its development journey. Sir, I'm proud to announce that the Sindh government is going to undertake the KT Bandar Maritime and Economic Corridor. Throughout history, great cities and prosperous economies have emerged around ports, trade routes, and maritime gateways. The development of KT Bandar represents Sindh with a once-in-a-generation opportunity to create an economic growth pole on the southern coastline of the province. Sir, I'd remind you that this project was conceived by Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto during her government from 1993 to 96, and it is now that the government of Sindh is by itself taking this project to fruition. Guided by the vision articulated by President Asif Ali Zardari, the government has initiated the process of evaluating KT Bandar as a future maritime, logistic, industrial and energy hub of regional significance. An internationally benchmarked integrated economic viability assessment will be undertaken to evaluate the development of a modern coastal economic corridor incorporating port infrastructure, industrial zones, logistic and warehousing facilities, export-oriented manufacturing clusters, energy infrastructure, and multimodal transport connectivity. The assessment will also examine strategic links with the Dhabeji Special Economic Zone, Thar's energy and mineral resources, and emerging regional trade corridors. Our vision extends far beyond the development of a port. We envision a new economic ecosystem that can generate investment, industrialization, export, and employment for the generations to come. The successful development of KT Bandar has the potential to transform the economic geography of Sindh in much the same way that Port Qasim transformed the economic landscape of Pakistan several decades ago. We expect that the federal government will support the government of Sindh in this big leap forward. So the next important initiative that we are undertaking is creation of the Sindh Infrastructure Financial Center in the city of Karachi. Karachi has long been the commercial and financial heart of Pakistan. It hosts the country's largest banks, capital markets, financial institutions, and corporate headquarters. As Pakistan's gateway to international trade and investment, Karachi possesses all the ingredients necessary to emerge as a leading regional financial center. Building upon this historic strength and leveraging Sindh's internationally recognized expertise in developing innovative public-private partnership projects, I am pleased to announce that the government of Sindh has initiated the process for establishing the Sindh International Financial Center as a world-class platform for investment, finance, innovation, and dispute resolution. The government envisions this center as a modern financial ecosystem that will facilitate domestic and international investment, strengthen investor confidence, and support the mobilization of capital for infrastructure, energy, housing, technology, climate resilience, and industrial development. During the coming year, the government will undertake the necessary legal, regulatory, and institutional groundwork for the establishment of the center in consultation with national and international stakeholders, financial institutions, investors, and development partners. Here again, I seek the support of the federal government, as without their support, this would not be possible. We would take the initiative, we will do the groundwork, we only need their support to, inshallah, construct this Sindh Investment Financial Center in Karachi. The proposed center will seek to position Karachi as a leading regional hub for infrastructure finance, Islamic finance, climate finance, financial technology, and international commercial services. The initiative will also explore the establishment of modern commercial courts, international arbitration and mediation facilities, and investor-friendly regulatory frameworks aimed at ensuring speedy dispute resolution, greater certainty in commercial transaction, and enhanced investor confidence. Through the center, the government aims to attract global capital, create high-value employment opportunities, strengthen Karachi's competitiveness, and reinforce Sindh's role as a gateway for investment and economic growth in Pakistan and the wider region. For the successful establishment of this strategic investment, the government will work closely with the federal government and relevant national institutions to develop an enabling legal, regulatory, and investment framework. This will include streamlined investor onboarding, facilitation of visas and licensing, efficient regulatory approvals, competitive investment incentives, and mechanisms to facilitate cross-border capital flows. 3 potential sites within Karachi's commercial corridors have already been identified, and we are working at finalizing the site. To translate this vision to reality, funds have been earmarked in the budget for preparation of an internationally bankable feasibility study and implementation framework. So this Sindh International Financial Center is not merely a real estate or an infrastructure project. It is a strategic initiative to position Karachi amongst the emerging financial centers of the region, attract global investment, deepen financial markets, and create new opportunities for future generations.